afternoon, scholars. Today we're going to add color to our glue drawings using watercolor paint. First, I want to show you how I have the table set up. There is a piece of newspaper under every single artwork, as well as one extra piece of newspaper for your water and your paint. And I'll also have some paper towels for you to use today. First thing I want to show you is that watercolor paint starts out dry. I could touch this right now and it is not coming off. So to actually make the paint, we have to add water. I have a variety of brushes for you to use. Either are fine. I'm going to start with the smaller brush. I'm going to get my brush wet and I'm going to add it to the paint. I'm going to start with this yellow. And when you are adding water to the paint, when you first get started, you may actually have to go back and get more water just the very first time you're getting a color wet. It sort of makes a puddle, and this liquid, the water, is actually what contains the paint. When you paint, you should start with your lightest color first. For me, that was the yellow, and I can start adding my color. If I see that I don't have enough pigment, that means I haven't added enough water to the paint. I'm not pressing very hard on the paint. I'm pressing very gently, just over and over. There we go. Now when I add my paint, I'm really getting that yellow color. It is light. It's supposed to be. Every time I want more paint, I need to get more water. You can see I dipped my water first and got more paint. I wouldn't just go back and try to get more paint because there would not be enough water. I'm trying to not get on my actual glue lines. I'm just filling in the space around my glue lines, or actually that will leave a white outline. That's okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. This particular fish was sort of yellow and orange, so if I want to mix colors, I'm actually going to mix right on the artwork. So my yellow is still wet. If I come back in here and add some orange, it will actually mix right on my paper. You can do some different things, like I'm just sort of dotting into the wet paint and then spreading out a little bit. Experiment and have some fun, especially when it comes to mixing colors. That's my favorite part. I am ready to change colors, so I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to do these black spots. I want to show you black because black with watercolor is not very dark. It looks dark here, but when I actually go to paint it, it's going to be more of a gray. Watercolors are just very light in nature. So if you have something that's super dark, you may have to go over it with marker later because the paint is never going to be that dark. That's about as dark as I can get it with the black paint. And if black is that light, you know that the other colors are going to be very light as well. So I will continue painting. I think I want to add some purple and some black just to make it more interesting. Just so it's not pure black. And I will fill up my whole painting, including the background, with watercolor paint. When I'm finished with the color, don't forget to wash your brush. I can check that it's clean because when I wipe it off on my paper towel, there's no color. All right, scholars, I'm not going to paint my whole picture. I think you have the idea. Let's have fun and get to it.